This is a short video of the machines in the garage. I've just done a quick count in here. There's 124 machines in here, and there's approximately 50 machines in the house, so didn't have 200. We've got about 174, 175. One of my favourite transportables there, the the BTR2 portable. And that's what the machine looks like in normal, either in console version. Two of those. TR90s. This is recently a stereo one that I picked up, came in from Italy. The other one's been featured on YouTube. Just covering up the dials so they don't fade in the sun. The ASC has to go back in the house. Telefunkens. Both the same. They're both M5s. These two machines. One's taller than the other because the taller one's stereo. Sound Mirror, the British version, the BK411 I think it is. The Americans had this same one as well, but they also had their own, the B401, which they say was the first commercial tape recorder. So I don't know where the AG-K4 comes into that, which was also a domestic recorder from 1930 something, I think 35 or 39. Some more of the sort of like machines that haven't been featured, more of a hi-fi machines. Must apologise about this camera, it doesn't have a very wide angle on it. Little military Telefunken. As mentioned in one of the other videos of the house, now not a tape recorder, but a wire recorder. This one being the American one. Wire recorders weren't all overly unpopular in the UK, so you won't find very many UK wire recorders. The TC377, sorry, the TC777. There's still machines not unpacked, like down here we have a Crown Imperial. We've got a GB machine underneath the bags in there. Test gear slowly getting electricity powered to it. Got Japanese machines there, apart from the Tandberg. I haven't had this bell up and running yet. My TR90 portable. Back here, Tandberg 2s and 3s. Very rare Studer B62 with the VU meters. Varigraph 100G. This one was before the Sound Mirror in America, but this was not designed for the domestic use. It wasn't until the 100 series came in the walnut case, which was designed for the UK consumption. Nice early Perfecto. TR51s and TR52 EMIs. And the military version of it, which is the RE301. M recorder, which has been seen on other videos. Old Varigraph Series 2. Some of my favourite machines are the Levers Riches. You can see I've got a few of those. TR50, the WVC, which is a rare machine of WVC. That's the first one I've ever seen. Studer B30. This one, I purchased it from the museum. I don't think you can read it there, but the museum curator sold this to me. I had it delivered to my work's place. A little bit of heritage there. the two crank driven machines which you've seen in previous videos. My first ever tape recorder. The AL3505s or the Pro 20. From what I understand, the Pro 20 and the Pro 21. The difference being the Pro 20's valve and the Pro 21's runs on ICs. The L3509, which is a Philips. It's got these very these very AEG style push buttons, the big reverse head block. It looks almost identical to a Tonschreiber, to a Magnetophone, except it's got the extra roller on the deck and there's a couple of switches in different places. What can only be described as a basic amplifier that goes with it. You've got a little neon light here that tells, I assume tells you when you're going into distortion. I haven't had the machine up and running yet. I do believe it's missing a few parts. The Lever's Riches. It's funny because you don't see any of these come up on for sale, and then all of a sudden they come at once. I think I bought about 5 last year, including this one, which is the very, very early one. Speaking to a couple of builders from Lever's Rich, the cases, as you can see on most of these machines, are this sort of like plastic resin grey, and some of the other machines, like some of the machines that I've got down there at the far end corner, they've got the red enamel underneath, but they're then painted grey on top. So we assumed that this had been cleaned off, but when we checked underneath it and checked inside there, there's no remnants of any of the grey sort of like rubber covering that should be on these cases, so that's more than likely its original colour. Got a Sony there, TC399 is that one? Got a 440, 377. Retorker, that hasn't been on the videos yet. That's an unusual sort of like dictation machine type thing, where it's got two counters. One counts forwards and backwards, and one only counts forwards. And you're supposed to deduct the numbers from each other to work out how much tape travel has occurred, because there's no reset button on the counters. Another Perfectome, a couple of Akai 44s, universals. Still don't know what this machine is. I've just called it the Bradmatic because it's got a Bradmatic head, but it seems to be some sort of either a data recorder or some sort of a specialist high temperature recorder, not a flight box recorder. Little Phonotrix, little wire recorder in there, little mini phone. Geloso, very sweet little tape recorders. Not very good sound quality, but very sweet little tape recorders. The Philips and the Stella phones. A couple of 5 chords there. The Chiltern 100S. Bel Canto. Truvox stereo machine. Viscosity Bird. We've got the Logic 7s. They weren't very popular when you brought these machines out, but they're very popular now. The Super 7, which is a cross between a Logic 7 and a Series 7. It's mainly like the Series 7, except it takes 10.5-inch reels. A 7D, 7YD, and a Series 7. The Series 7 being designed for the home market. It's strange because almost every Lever's Rich I've got, although they're of the same sort of like manufacturer, for instance, that's a Series C and that's a Series C, but when you look at them they're completely different. For example, round bias meter there, the red collar around the bias button, and we've got down here the amplifier control knob on the left hand side there for the HT and the drive. And on this one actually been modified so that the rotary switch on this side was for variable speed control. The variable speed control's on the back. More modern meter, and also the front head block on this one is exposed, but that might just be because of cosmetic, because of somebody's taking it off. The machines have got a very, very thin gap for putting the tape in, and you can't move this metal, so you have to thread the tape through that fine hole. But it seems to be that Lever's Rich were one of the very few companies who, all their machines that I've had, they've never looked the same. For example, this one here is a Series E, which takes the big 10.5 inch, very similar to the Series D. The Series D was basically a Series C, except could handle 10.5 inch. But as you can see from the pictures, the machines are quite similar. But again, there's differences, like for instance there's real size selection and the meters in a different place. And then you've got this, which is a Series E, and then you've got that, which is a Series E. Except the big difference is this one's logic control. So to give you some sort of an idea, I mean that's over 100 machines there. As you can see, most of them are quite large. So we've got over there, like we've got the big EMI TR90s, the BTR2s, the big trolley machines. I've got the BTR1 still yet to come, so there's another 2 machines. And then I've got another Levers Rich coming, console one, which is the one that looks like that one.